Right, look at this. Look how fancy this is. We're going high production here, mate. High production. My wee whiteboard. In this video, we're going to go over the Hyrox base mesocycle. So my current training plan. This is block 2. I think week 6. So we've just finished up a 5-week block, which went great success. That's my Borat impression. So now we're on to our second block of this kind of base mesocycle. Because we've got such a long runway of 5+ months for or until we next compete at Hyrox, which is Dublin, October 28th. Get the fuck off. So we've got a massive runway, so we can prolong these phases. We can prolong each phase, and the more time we spend in this kind of base phase, again, building base across strength and endurance, the better it's going to be come Hyrox, come competition. So in this video, we're just going to go over what my actual training program looks like and the intention behind it. And also, if you don't like dogs, this probably isn't going to be the episode for you, because she is extremely needy, aren't you? Yes. So she's going to be probably in this entire video. Fucking hell. But I will try and stay focused on yous. Right, so currently, get off. Fuck's sake. Currently, we are training every single day. If I feel like I need a rest day from training, what I'll do is I'll just take a rest day on the Sunday, and I'll just put the run into probably the Monday or the Thursday, just depending on workload, just so I'll turn it into a kind of double training day. But for just now, I'm feeling like that Sunday run is pretty much like an active recovery day for me anyway, just because it is, as it says there, it is high volume, it is low intensity, so it's a steady state run, very much a zone 2 run. We're looking at clocking 6 to 8 miles at a very, very steady pace, so somewhere around that 5.5 kilometer kind of pace just now. So that feels, right now, that feels like a kind of active recovery day. But will that remain throughout the entire block? Maybe, maybe not. Like I say, I can be flexible with that. I can put that into another day of the week and take the Sunday fully off. So there is always, I think there should always be a bit of flexibility within any sort of training program. Get the fuck off. There should always be a little bit of flexibility, because we know that life gets in the way, stresses, etc. Sometimes we just can't be arsed training. It'd be better to train another day because that session pushed back to another day is going to be more productive, etc, etc, etc. But within each session, there is a Hyrox kind of component within each session as a conditioning piece. All right. The big intention of my training right now is with the intention of turning me into a better Hyrox athlete, right? I've always been someone who, again, over the last couple of years has pushed strength and has pushed endurance, but I've done it in a separate occasion. I've never pushed strength and endurance in the same training session. And that's what the focus is about now, because that's essentially what Hyrox is. It's a mixed modal kind of competition. We're looking at strength, which is like the sled, push and pull. We're looking at the farmers, we're looking at the lunges, we're looking at muscular endurance as well, the lunges, the wall balls. And we're also, of course, looking at the conditioning, the CV stuff, the runs, the rower, the skier, for argument's sake, the burpees. So we're looking at that all-round kind of conditioning. And that's what this training focus is all about. That's what my whole training focus for this year is about, is that kind of multi-energy system kind of training approach, right? Within each, yes, we are going to be pushing top-end strength, we are going to be pushing hypertrophy, but at the back end of each session, there is a conditioning piece that is more specific to Hyrox as well, right? So we start off with benching on Monday, of course, because it's International Chest Day. So if you don't bench on a Monday, your testosterone actually drops 75%. And yes, for you as well, females, it drops 75%. Don't hate the messenger. I'm just giving you some advice and some science So you need to hit chest on a Monday. So it's a chest / upper body focus day. The Hyrox component of that one is over under sled pulls. Just looking at that muscular endurance within pull and strength within biceps, and just getting used to pulling a decent amount of weight for a fair bit of time. So that's the endurance component within that. Tuesday we have squats, a squat focused lower body day, and then we have actually a double session because we've now got it's not necessarily just a salt bike. It could be any conditioning piece as long as it's low impact. So upright bike, spin bike, watt bike, but I've not got access to one. An assault bike, we can do the rower, we can do a ski, for example. So it doesn't need to be a assault bike. I just like the assault bike. I like, from a conditioning standpoint, I like the assault bike. I really, really do. That may change because I do need to work on my rowing and my ski times. So that may change, but the intention of that session is intervals. It's 10 seconds max effort, 50 seconds at a 1 to 2 effort, and just keep moving and repeat that for 9 minutes. So 9 rounds in total with a 5 to 10 minute kind of warm up. The strength session in the morning, which is my early session, we've moved from high bar, which was in block 1, to now low bar, just because I still have intentions to squat 500 pounds. I got really, really close towards the back end of last year, just injuries and whatnot, and then obviously we were training more for Hyrox then. I just kind of got away from focus on pushing that top end strength, but I think we squatted 200 kilo. It was like 200, 205 I think I got to. That was a big lift there. We hit 180 for 5. We hit 175 for, I think it was 7 or 8. I think it was 7. So we hit some decent numbers with low bar. So that's going to be the intention behind the squat just now, is we still want to improve that top end strength. But for just now, we're looking at better positioning and creating a wider stance just so I can get a little bit deeper in my squat without any sort of lower back rounding. So we are looking at just pause squats just now, building that base before we start ramping up the intensity and ramping up the load on them. We want to make sure the skill set is there before we start loading. The conditioning piece after that strength session in the morning is the sled pushes. It's not at race weight. It is around 75 to 85 kilo, but it's 3-5 minutes with 60-second rest in between. So again, more Hyrox specific kind of conditioning there. That is absolutely brutal. The Wednesday is threshold runs. So right now it is 4 200. Say that again. It is 4 2-kilometer runs with 3 minutes rest in between each interval. And today's paces, I actually managed 4 because I took my nephew to Subway and got a 6-inch sub way too early. Way too close to training, and it was close to coming back up, and I had a really, really bad stitch. So note for next time. But we got through 3 intervals and they were 8:13, 8:14, 8:25. So very, very, very happy with those 2-kilometer paces. I'm very happy with that. So they were all sub 8.5, and that was kind of the intention, and that was the goal before the session. It's like, if I can knock these off before sub 8.5 minutes, I'm going to be very, very, very happy. So yeah, we can improve nutrition timing for next week, and I guarantee it will still be sub 8.5 minutes. So very, very happy with that. And on to the back end of the week. Thursday we've got strict overhead press. I need to actually rein that back in. I'm getting too caught up with chasing load with that. It's sitting too much in my lower back, and I'm kind of push pressing it just a little bit. So I'm going to reset that tomorrow, and just again build that base. Stop worrying too much about total load and start looking at efficiencies and looking at the skill set, and of course muscle development, right? So I need to reset overhead presses, but this is more like a hypertrophy kind of bodybuilding centric kind of workout. I'm just chasing a pump there. We're actually taking the intensity of these sessions, of that Thursday session, right to mechanical failure, muscle breakdown failure, if you will. We're actually taking it right there, whereas the rest of them are 1 to 2 reps in reserve. But on that Thursday session, I've got free reign to go full send. So yeah, reliving my bodybuilding days. So I do like that session. It's more relaxed, which is pretty good. And then what is the conditioning piece after that? The conditioning piece there is it is 60 seconds assault bike, 60-second rest, but within that 60-second rest we have 15 wall balls at 12 kilo, I think it is. Yep, we're going to say that, 12 kilo. And then I rest the remainder of that 60 seconds. And then we go again for, it's only 3 rounds, but sometimes I do push that to maybe to 5 or 6 rounds just because I like it. And I get into a decent state of flow with that one. And the strength work before, the strength and hypertrophy work isn't that taxing. So I want to feel like I want to kind of send that a little bit more. But again, we've got a little bit of wiggle room there, all right? As long as I'm not sticking myself completely in the bin and that recovery's on point, then I can kind of get away with that. Thursday, the main strength lift for the Thursday is reverse lunges. If you've not seen my Instagram or my YouTube shorts, I'm fucking loving reverse lunges right now. We're up to 125 kilo for 3 threes. So I think we're going to be pushing that up this week. Maybe just the first set, because 125 kilo reverse lunge is fucking heavy. So we may just push that first set, but I am really, really fucking enjoying them. I think the goal for this block is to try and get them up to 130, 132, which would be fantastic in the next 5 weeks. This is mainly, I've just kind of titled this like a capacity day, because this is a lot of volume, it's a lot of muscular endurance, right? That the reverse lunge is the only kind of strength focused movement, if you will. On that day, the rest of it is a lot of walking lunges and a lot of kind of muscular endurance, metabolic stress, if you will, on the spin bike. So high resistance on the spin bike, and we're just going. That's 5-3 minutes with 60-second rest in between. And your fucking legs, mate, after it are absolutely screaming. So we're looking at, again, that muscular endurance, that metabolic stress. We're trying to develop my body's capabilities to handle fucking a lot of lactic acid, and really, really pushing that. So that's more like I've titled that a kind of capacity day. It's really, really fun. Saturday is a conditioning piece with Chris and Janine, my 2 clients. One of my favourite sessions. It really, really is. We just fucking, I plan it on the Friday. I send it across. They put their input in on things that they potentially want to work on, potential weaknesses of theirs that they might want to incorporate within a Hyrox conditioning piece. And then we just go, we press start on their clocks. It's a running clock the majority of the time, and we just fucking chase it. We just get after it. It's head down, boom, go for it. We do have a good bit of banter before and after as well, but I really, really fucking love those Saturday sessions. And again, it's a free for all. You know, we all 3 of us have got an input in that session, but of course, Chris and Janine have full trust in what I'm going to program, because I do know their strengths and I do know their weaknesses, and I do know what all of us kind of need to bring up. So we will incorporate little bits of each within those sessions. But heavy sled pushes, heavy sled pulls, a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, hard running, intervals, 1 kilometre intervals, half-mile intervals, 400-metre intervals. We absolutely fucking send it. We really, really do. It's brilliant. Absolutely love it. And then again, on the Sunday, if I've not done that steady state run earlier on in the week, then I will run on the Sunday, just to kind of top off. It's a nice ending to my training, just having a nice kind of easy long run. That's where I'm comfortable right now. That's where I'm really, really comfortable, is those kind of steady state runs. I really, really enjoy it. It's just an hour and 15, just out wherever I choose to run with my thoughts, and it's just a nice easy pace. I really, really enjoy it. So it's a nice kind of cap off to the week. But that is the training, mate. That's what training looks like. There's the intention behind it. There's the thought process and methodology behind it. And mate, it's got me fucking performing very, very well. I shared on my Instagram story today that I'm super fucking happy, and I'm so fucking confident in the work that we're putting in, both me, Andy, and Clara. So Andy's the one who's obviously looking over my programming, and Clara's the one who's she's my sports and exercise psychologist. So the work that the three of us are fucking putting in is getting me in the best possible position to do well at Hyrox. We're not going to do what we've done before and set stupid, unrealistic expectations, but if we continue progressing like we're progressing now, in the next 5 months, we're going to do ourselves proud, and that's what's the most important, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope this was a decent little insight to my training. I hope this gives you some ideas into your own training for Hyrox, or if you're just a hybrid athlete, strength and conditioning athlete, and you want to kind of push both, then this is a decent little blueprint for you. But other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've made it this far, say Kelpie, just in the comments, put Kelpie, because up. Oh, now you don't want to get fucking up, you wee prick. Just to, I don't even know what I'm saying now. Yeah, we're going to wrap the video up here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in and making it this far. You're a bunch of legends. See you in the next one.